for the assembly in this district, somebody other than Julie that's taking credit for all the work that you've done, and somehow is bringing my name in that I am supporting him. I have a little bit of problem with that. I want the press to know I support Julie Pung Leschke. I'm a recovering public servant. 38 years in the government. 38 years in the government, and you know, it's the type of thing, you know, you have trade-offs in life. You do some things, you know, give up some things, and I, of course, in the last 18 years, I've had security and a driver. That's pretty damn nice stuff, you know. And my last day as being the secretary in the public arena, I went out, they wanted me to go out for my last supper with them. So my last supper with them was, of course, beer, broth, cheese, and cream. And they took me home at midnight, gave me a cheerful embrace, and said I was the best secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services they ever worked for. And of course, that made me feel good. I'm sure they said that to everybody. You know, everybody likes to be complimented and thanked. So they gave me the keys to my house in my car and drove off, and I waved goodbye. Went to bed. Went to bed, got up the next morning, got in my car in the back seat. First trade-off. I found out the car doesn't move. I can't drive the car. I had to learn how to drive again. And then before that, you know, I always would have somebody or somebody from the department would call the airport and say, you know, the secretary's coming. I'd get out to the airport and they'd have my ticket and they'd escort me through. I could not understand why you people complain about being at the airport. So the day I became a civilian, I went out there and called them. Got out there and nobody showed up. And I had to do something that you all had to do many times. I had to learn how to do an e-ticket. Never did an e-ticket before. Then I had the privilege of standing in line and getting my shoes x-rayed. What an indignant experience. It was like I was Rip Van Winkle, went to sleep 4 years ago, woke up and said, what the hell happened to my country? The country is changing. And we have to change with it. And that's why I am so happy to be here. Because, you know, the Department of Health and Human Services was an awesome responsibility. It was a great job. It's, you know, it was the type of thing, you know, that we run the largest department of the federal government as far as dollars are concerned. We run the largest health insurance company in the world, Medicare. We have this large department made up of epidemiologists who go all over the world and find infectious diseases that other doctors in that country are afraid to even touch or deal with. We run in there and try and discover cures for diseases that nobody knows about. We run the largest research center in the world, the National Institutes of Health. We provide health care for women and children. And we provide health care for all Native Americans and Alaska Natives based upon the treaties going back to 1846. And then on top we run Head Start, and then the government said that was